Hey folks, it's Nightmare here with Twisted Nightmare Gaming. Having a little bit of focus issues. I'm shooting a video from my car. As you see, we haven't really been able to put any videos out so far this week because we've been a little bit busy. But I wanted to do one of the new segments real quick. Just do my little a top 10 list real quick as far as wrestling is concerned. I was debating for a while to either do top 10 or 15 WWE superstars currently for myself, not including NXT, because I can do a separate list on just NXT, or if I do a top 10 on WWE in its entirety, including NXT, 7 out of the 10 are going to come from NXT. So I don't want to do that list. I'd have to do a separate list for just NXT alone, make it a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to do a top 15 favorite tag teams from past, present to now, in TNA. Well, NWA-TNA, just TNA Wrestling, and Impact. All the names all together. So from 01 to now. 15, I'll go with the Lucha Brothers. Simply because it's Penta and Phoenix, and maybe they'd be they may be higher up on my list if, they end up beating LAX on Friday. Maybe. I don't know yet. But that'll be my number 15, just simply because of who they are and what I've seen from them in primarily Lucha Underground. Damn it! Will you keep unfocusing, please? 14. I'm gonna have to go with America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris and James Storm. As most people know, one of my favorite solo wrestlers in TNA history was James Storm. So, I mean, we'll go, I like Chris Harris. Not Braden Walker, but Chris Harris. You guys get what I'm saying. 13, Triple X. Skipper, Daniels, and damn it, I forgot the last person that was in Triple X now, because it's been so damn long. But mainly Skipper and Daniels, because I've always been fans of Skipper, Primetime Elix Skipper and Chris Daniels. And probably one of the greatest spots was in that match, the cage match with America's Most Wanted. So when Skipper walked across the top of the cage, that was probably one of the best moments in Impact TNA, NWA-TNA history to me. Number 12, AJ and Daniels. Need I really say more? Is AJ Styles and the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. You're probably going to see a theme here because Daniels is in a lot of my teams. I mean, so far in my top 15, we've now had 2. We're about to get a 3rd. Number 11, Bad Influence, Kazarian and Daniels. Need I really say more? I mean, they're still doing their thing, SCU, with Scorpio Sky over in Ring of Honor, when they're just tagging together their The Addiction. I really don't need to really go much further into that. Number 10, Beer Money, Storm and Root. I really don't need to go much further into that. It's James Storm and Bobby Roode. Sorry about that. Again, focus is really bad for some reason for my phone. in my car. Yep. See, now you just caught my big ass head. Number 9. Bobby Roode, the Dirty Heels. There we go. Which was Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. The greatest man that ever lived, and Bobby Roode. I mean, Bobby Roode he's a good baby face, but he's even better as a heel, and that was probably some of the best times I've ever seen in that company. Number 9, I think that was number 9. I think, I don't remember at this point. Anyways, I'm not gonna go in order from here on out, but Team 3D, the Dudley Boys, self-explanatory, one of the greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. Always been a fan. I love, again, if when I do my top 10 factions, you'll probably hear another faction Bully was in when he was in in Impact. So you already see where that's going. The original incarnation of LA. No, actually, no. The current incarnation of LAX. I can't put them higher only because the original LAX was my jam. So you're going to know the original was going to probably be higher on the list. Hernandez and Matt Morgan. I actually absolutely love that big man team. I think Sean might. I big Sean Hernandez might actually remember me saying that to his face. That I always enjoyed watching him and Morgan as a tag team. Motor City Machine Guns. Self-explanatory. The now retired Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. I love the tag team. It was a great tag team. I'll never deny that. This is where it starts getting tough because I think I'm somewhere in like top 5 now. And then I'll probably go in order on this one, but this one's probably harder. And I've been thinking about this for a while. It's just kind of hard to think on the fly because I don't have any of my stuff with me on as to why these are going to be my top 5. The Revolution, James Storm and Abyss. Need I really say more? As most people know, I've always was a fan of the Revolution. James Storm knows this. Even Abyss knows this. So when they were tag champions together, I enjoyed every minute of it. Number 4. The Wolves. Or the American Wolves. Or the American Pit Bulls when they went to the to NXT for the one showing, which ended up getting my boy hurt. Kind of sucks, but I always loved them. I loved them in Ring of Honor. Loved them when they were in Impact. 3. The original LAX. Homicide and Hernandez with Conan on the mic. I'm going to throw a tie in there because I was always a fan of the 3 Live Crew. Always a fan. But since they were more of a faction, even though they did hold the tag titles, and it was more so, I can't remember which 2 always tagged together in that one. I think it was BG and Ron. Number 2. Decay. And this is probably going to make my partner Twisted mad at me, because that means he knows who number one is. He's going to know who number one is, and it's going to piss him off that I put them at number one over Decay. Simply because, as you guys know, one of Twisted's favorite wrestlers, male or female, is Rosemary. One of my top favorite wrestlers has always been Abyss. And Crazy Steve, I always enjoyed his work. The only reason that keeps them from number one is because number one is the Broken Hardys. That entire storyline of how Matt and Jeff ended up together, well, because of being Matt deleting Jeff, Broken Matt deleting Jeff after Jeff broke Matt. And then them doing the entire storyline with Decay, all the way leading up until the Great War. That was absolutely great, and I can't really put too many other teams over them. That's kind of a personal bias. I literally can flip between Decay and them every time, but those will be my 1 and 2 every single time I do this list. But this is Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming. Oh, by the way, I'm outside of my job, sitting in my car, which, I mean, it's kind of obvious. You can see that. I have Elaine sitting here. You can see somewhat see out my back window right now because of the sun, and because it's getting kind of bright out. But again, this is Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming. Y'all have a great day.